Are you thinking about relocating to the beautiful state of Colorado, but you're not quite sure exactly what town is going to fit you best or where to go and what to do? In this video, I'm going to do a deep dive and share with you my last 6 years of experience after relocating here and finding out what the rhythm of life looks like right here in Colorado. So buckle up and let's go. What's up, beautiful people? My name is Noah, Colorado's own real estate hippie, and I am your real estate and lifestyle expert for everything in Northern Colorado. My phone number is gonna pop up right here, 720-741-7474. People are actually really surprised when they call me and I actually answer. So if you're one of those people, I'll talk to you soon. So before we jump into the maps and me talking about the actual area that I'm so blessed to call home, just wanna cover a couple of key things on why I believe that this Northern Colorado corridor is the absolute best place to live in Colorado. There are going to be three main factors to this. I'm going to cover them in detail. The first one is going to be your access to the beautiful Rocky Mountains. The second one is going to be the fact that you are going to have not only access to the Rocky Mountains, to all of the adventure, to all of the things that you can go do, camping, hiking, biking, whitewater rafting, all of it, plus the fact that you have access to all of the urban amenities that you could possibly desire. The third thing, which I've covered in a bunch of other of my videos, is going to be the fact that this Colorado community, the people who call this place home, are an intricate part of why I name it one of the best places to live in the entire state. So now that we've got those three things out of the way, we're gonna jump in and we're gonna start talking about the geographical location and why that's gonna enhance your life. First, let's get some things out of the way here. So you have, on the map I just pulled up right here, you've got the beautiful state of Colorado. I think it's like the only almost perfectly square state there is, so it's beautiful. But we're gonna hop in here and talk about a couple of different things as far as terminology is considered. So you can see right here on the map, I've got the northeast, southeast, southwest Colorado, and we are going to be what's considered on the western slope. You also have the Denver metro area in here as well, I-25. So this is all the area that you get to play in when you live here. And obviously the state's bordered by 4 other states where we can see there. Let's hop in here and check out this map. Now this is going to be Colorado. We've got the western slope. You notice what pops up right here in the middle of the map is Denver. You're going to have Boulder and Fort Collins. These are going to be very key to what you're going to see. And I want to show you this because this is honestly what Colorado is. It's divided by I-25. You can see my horrible red line I have there in the middle of the map. I absolutely could not do a better job at drawing that with my mouse. And you've got those arrows. Now, over on the west side, you see all of those green, big, beautiful mountains and areas. And to the east side of that line, well, you pretty much see nothing. And that is 100% indicative of Colorado. You see the magazine covers, you see the big, beautiful Rocky Mountains, you see all of the nature, the fishing, the camping, the hiking, and nobody talks about this area right here. Why? Because there's literally nothing out there. I just switched over to this satellite view and there's where the Rocky Mountains begins all the way out to Kansas. There's literally nothing out there. There's a bunch of farmland, some cows. So when we're talking about the best places to live in Colorado, we are gonna focus our efforts on this economic Northern Colorado economic corridor here. For the reasons that I talked about early in the video, number one, geographical location, and then you have access to an amazing lifestyle here. So you can see this does encompass Denver, Boulder, Loveland, Longmont, Erie, all the way up to Fort Collins. And I've actually broken down each one of these towns individually in detail in my channel. So if you want to know more about these towns, please go check those videos out because I cover absolutely everything about them. If you are getting value out of this video, do yourself a favor, go ahead, shoot me a text, phone call, or email. I am the only one who answers all the text messages, phone calls, and emails from people just just like you. And it's a little bit strange when people call because I actually answer the phone. I just had a gentleman call me this afternoon. He said, I was gonna leave you a voicemail, but you picked up the phone. And I said, sure. Would you like me to hang up and call back so you can leave me a voicemail? Of course not. But if you call me, I will answer. Any questions, concerns, anything I can help you with, any information, I am really easy to get a hold of. Let's get back into this video. But when we're talking about this northern Colorado corridor right here, it is all about access. Access to the Rocky Mountains and access to those urban amenities. So for the sake of this video, we are going to go ahead and take a look at starting at Longmont, Colorado. It is my hometown, but all these towns are connected. Berthoud's only about 15 minutes north. From Berthoud, you have another 15 minutes to get to Loveland. From Loveland, you have another 15 to 20 minutes to get to Fort Collins. Transportation in this area is very easy, but one of the best reasons of why you should live here, and if you're looking at moving to the state of Colorado, this should be the spot, is because you have access to everything you could possibly want. Number one, let's talk about the outdoors. So you have easy access to Boulder. You can see right there from Longmont. It's only about 16 miles, takes you between 25 and 27 minutes. And you have complete access to all the hiking, all the biking, all the outdoor adventures. Plus you have access to Boulder. We're talking CU Boulder games, the Pearl Street Mall, hiking the Flatirons, which are just amazing to see, just towering above the city. The trails to get up there really aren't that difficult. So that's just something that you drive 27 minutes down the road. You can go have those different experiences, and yet you're not gonna have some of the negative things from living in Boulder. Traffic, congestion, small streets, lots of cars, and lots of people. We were there with my family last Saturday, and it was a little bit of a zoo. We loved going. We went to the park, we hung out. But as I was coming home, I was like, oh man, it was kind of nice to get out of that mess. Not calling Boulder a mess, but if you live there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the access to Boulder only being 27 minutes away. One of the other key access points that you are going to have is easy access from Berthoud or Longmont to Lyons, Colorado. Now, for those of you who do not know anything about Lyons, Colorado, it is a tiny mountain town situated right at the bottom of 66 and is known as the gateway to the Rockies, as you literally have to drive through the town to get to Rocky Mountain National Park. Having access to Lyons, Colorado means that, yes, it is the gateway to the Rockies, to Rocky Mountain National Park, but the town is just a really cool, hip little town. I take my kids to the park there. There's a skate park. There's breweries, restaurants. It's this tiny little town, but twice a year really pops off because of the different bluegrass festivals that they have there. And I didn't know this up until a couple of years ago, but these festivals are world renowned. There are artists and people who travel here from all over the United States and the world to take part and enjoy some of the bluegrass music that's played there. And when we're talking about time in the car to have access to the Rocky Mountains, the Rocky Mountain National Park, the bluegrass festivals, we're only talking about a 23-minute drive or 12 miles up the road. So as we start to take a look at these different areas, you can start to see and put the puzzle pieces together of why that this is such a great area to live. Once again, talking about nature access, Carter Lake Reservoir is absolutely one of my favorite spots. Lake Reservoir that's just tucked right up into the mountains. Looking on the map here, 19 miles or 17.4 miles, you're going to spend about 25 to 28 minutes in the car, and it is worth every single minute you're going to invest to getting there, because the lake and the reflection of the mountains, the changing seasons, the leaves, the fishing, the boating. Again, this is an absolutely amazing place, and something if you didn't know about, I want to put on your radar. We have talked about the location of the Northern Colorado Economic Corridor, its relationship to the Rocky Mountains only being 20 some minutes to Boulder, 20 some minutes to Lyons, access to all the nature, to Carter Lake, to endless hiking, biking, camping, exploring, and adventuring. But one of the other things far less people talk about is the access to the city amenities. And one of those cities is, of course, going to be Denver, Colorado. Denver is hip, it's awesome, it's happening, it's lively. We are only talking about a short 50 to 55 minute drive to downtown Denver. So that's from the heart of Longmont, Colorado to Denver, Colorado, talking about 55 minutes to an hour. It's also nice to have, if you're looking at Erie, Frederick, Meade, Longmont, or Berthoud, you're talking about less than an hour and a half in the car from start to finish to get to the Denver International Airport, which means after you move here, your family is going to want to come visit. It's less time that you have to spend in the car. So you have easy access to the Denver International Airport. You also have easy access to go to Mile High Stadium at Empower Field. You also have easy access to go catch a Broncos game at Mile High Field, go to the Denver Zoo, or check out a concert at the world famous Red Rock. If you have not heard of the Red Rocks, it is a natural amphitheater just outside of Denver. Again, this location giving you access to the mountains and all of the urban amenities that you are going to find in Denver. You also have Coors Field, which is home of the Rockies. You also have access to the 16th Street Mall, which is in the heart of downtown Denver. And it's about a mile-long strip of restaurants, breweries, shops. And you know what? It's kind of cool just to go down there, walk around, enjoy the day, enjoy the beautiful views of the Rocky Mountains, and some urban living if you are living out towards the northern side of Colorado, because the towns out here are going to range from about 15,000 to 120,000 people, while still giving you access to the large city of Denver and Fort Collins. We talked about Denver and all the urban amenities you have south of Longmont, Loveland, and Berthoud. Let's go ahead and move up north and talk about the urban amenities and the experience that you can have only 52 minutes in the car to get to Fort Collins. Now, of course, Fort Collins is known around the country and around the world for Old Town Fort Collins, the old buildings, the old culture, the restaurants, the local culture there is world renowned. We talked about all the urban amenities in the south, which is Denver. Let's move up north and talk about the urban amenities that are available to you in Fort Collins in under an hour's drive. A couple of notable things about Fort Collins is just the feel of the city. Fort Collins is cool, it's hip. You have got Old Town Fort Collins that attracts people from all over the place for, yes, you guessed it, their breweries and culinary experiences, as well as attracting people to Horsetooth Reservoir for camping, hiking, biking, and all the outdoor adventure that you can possibly handle. If you're visiting Fort Collins, you're going to be able to catch a live concert or show at the Lincoln Center, and you're also going to have access to the Poudre Canyon, which is world renowned for its whitewater rafting, beauty, and you guessed it, outdoor adventure. We've talked about the access that northern Colorado has to the Rocky Mountains. We've talked about the urban amenities that are very, very close in proximity, and you get the best combination of both living in this northern Colorado economic corridor. You are also only 53 minutes away from the world famous Rocky Mountain National Park, which is 265,000 acres of pure beauty and bliss. You are going to see things going through Rocky Mountain National Park that are absolutely going to blow your mind, from the beautiful mountain peaks in the alpine setting to the nature and wild animals just cruising right by your car. Again, you can have that experience in an afternoon because of the location, and in my opinion, one of the absolute best places to live right here in Colorado. Now, on top of that, you have access to the best skiing, hiking, and mountain biking in the world. It's in your backyard. Take a look on this map right here. World-renowned Breckenridge is only a 2-hour and some minute drive, depending on how much traffic you hit on I-70. So you have these world-renowned locations in your back pocket that, no, it's not something you go do every weekend, but it's something that you can plan a quick weekend trip to, go up and see the aspen trees or crush the mountain on your snowboard or mountain bike, and you don't have to plan a whole vacation It's just, hey, I'm gonna take off Friday night and I'm gonna go to Breckenridge or Aspen. Okay, cool, yeah, I'll see you up there. Now, not only do you get access to Breckenridge and Aspen, you get access to Winter Park, which again, guys, I'm just showing you how easy it is to get to all these locations under a 2-hour drive. And then this is something extremely important right here, because if you do not know access points, I-25 is going to be the access point that is going to connect you to absolutely everything in northern Colorado. And then to get west, you are going to take I-70. So this access point that I have right here on the map is going to be important if you're living in Erie, Longmont, Berthoud, Loveland, Firestone, Frederick, all the way up to Fort Collins, because this is what is going to connect you to every single place that you are gonna wanna get up I-70. And we are talking about major things here. We've got the Loveland ski area, Keystone, we've got Breckenridge, Copper Mountain, we've got Mary Jane and Arapahoe Basin Ski Resort, and Winter Park. Again, I-70 is going to be what gets you through all of these areas, and is something that if you move here, you are gonna wanna have easy access to. And then you can also see right here on the screen that you have access to I-25 that is going to further connect you to all the towns moving north through Colorado. Now, my guess is that if you're watching this video, Colorado's just in the back of your mind, and you might possibly be planning a move here. And if you are gonna relocate here, you are gonna wanna check out this video right here, which is my Northern Colorado survival guide, where I break down everything you're gonna need to know to look, feel, and sound like a local. Make sure and go check it out. Remember, my friends, stay adventurous. See you in the next video.